Hi guys, welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking. Welcome to Cheryl's Home Cooking, and today what I'm going to show you is how I make my creamy beef kebabs over rice. So let's get started. I have one medium onion that I peeled and I'm dicing it, and I'll dice it into small pieces. You can see how small I'm dicing them. So now I'll take it off my cutting board and place it on my plate. I have two 4-ounce cans of pieces and stems mushrooms, or you could use fresh mushrooms. This is what I had in the house, so I'm using it. I drained them. So now I'll place this off to the side. In my bowl, I have 1/4 cup of flour, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of salt and pepper. I have some beef kebabs, and I'm going to probably cut them in half. Once I cut them in half, then I'll dredge them through this mixture. I'll fry them up a little bit, and I'll throw everything into the crock pot. So now I'll mix this all together until it's well blended. That looks good. Now I'll cut my kebabs in half. I'll cut them in thirds and then half again. The last one. You can use stew meat for this recipe. I just happen to have kebabs in my freezer. I have a little bit of olive oil in my pan, so what I'm going to do now is put my onions in first. Mix them around. I'll get a little bit of garlic. I'll place a teaspoon of garlic in with my onions. Stirring around. While that's cooking, I'll place my kebabs in the flour mixture. You want to coat them. Just like that. I'll put them on my plate, and then once they're all done, then I'll place them in the frying pan. You just want to brown them a little bit because I'll be placing all this in a crock pot. Now that the onions and the garlic is nice and soft, I'll remove them from the pan before I place my kebabs in. So you just want to brown them on both sides. They'll cook the rest of the way in the crock pot. So while my kebabs are browning, I'm going to place my onions inside my crock pot. So my onions are in the crock pot. Now I'll take my mushrooms, place them in. While my kebabs are browning, I'll place 1 packet of the onion soup mix on top of the kebabs. Stir it around. That looks good. So now I'll place this in my crock pot. So I'll turn my burner off. So now my kebabs are in the crock pot with the onions, the mushrooms, and the Lipton soup. Mix it around. I'll add in 2 cups of beef broth. Stir this around. Now I'll put my lid on. I have my crock pot on high. Once this is done, I'll serve it over rice and just cook the rice according to the directions on the package. And this is really good. The kebabs come out nice and tender. What I like to do, instead of using water when you're preparing your rice, I like to use beef broth or chicken broth, whichever you prefer, but I'm using beef broth in here, so I figured I'd just use beef broth. And it gives the rice a nice flavor. So on goes the lid. And you'll cook this on high for about 2 hours. You want to make sure that the kebabs are cooked and nice and tender. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add in 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. This way here it'll make it nice and creamy. So that goes in. I'll stir this around. And this will be nice and creamy over the rice. So on goes the lid. Now I'll check on it. That smells good. Well, this is really hot. It's been 2 hours, so now I'll turn it off. I made my rice, and now I'll give it a try. The rice is done. See how that beef broth turned the white rice a little bit brown? It's hot. I'll give it a try. Really good. Hot, but really good. So now I'll put a little on my plate along with the kebabs and give it a try. So now I'll put some rice on my plate. I'll put some of the beef kebabs on top. It smells good. Mix it around. It's hot. Now I'll pour it on top of my rice. This looks really good. You can salt or pepper it. I'm going to leave it as is, so now I'll give it a try. I got the rice, the mushroom, and a little piece of the kebab. I'll give it a try. This is really good. Deserves a second bite. Very good. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Cheryl's Home Cooking and watching me make my creamy beef kebabs over rice. Give it a try. I'll see you guys next video. Bye-bye.